Yo, this is Antoine once again with another episode of Out and Up, where we encourage young athletes to achieve their very best outside of the game. Today, y'all know how I do. Every show we have an awesome guest, and we're just going to let him introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. I just want to appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform. But my name is Destin Clark, and I play basketball at Wingate.
Thank you, Destin, for joining us today. We're going to just get right into the questions. Destin, let those that's watching or listening know where you originally from.
I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. I lived there for about 6-7 years. Moved to Charleston, stayed there for about 4 years, and then moved to Charlotte, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, cool. You just said that you're a basketball player at Wingate University. One, for those that don't know, where's Wingate located at?
It's in Monroe, North Carolina. It's about an hour from Charlotte area.
When did you start playing basketball growing up? At what time frame did you start playing?
Honestly, so my aunt Dad, her fiance, he passed away. His name was Ramesses. He took me to a court. I remember I was like 5 years old. We was outside. Ever since then, I just fell in love with it. So we used to go out there a lot. Then my mom put me in like a little league, and like I was pretty good. I was doing my thing. So ever since then, I just kept playing it, and then ever since I just kept playing it. I mean, I love it. So I'll keep playing it until it's different, you know.
Wow. So you've been taking care of the rock for a minute then.
Yes, sir.
What position do you currently play?
Honestly, right now, everything, like 1 through the 3. I mean, I can even play a little bit of the 4 when it's like we play like a 4-1 out, so 4 guards and 1 big. So I can a little bit play everything. Honestly, I just go in at whatever the coach need me to do and get the job done.
That's cool. So growing up, did you play any other sports?
I really wanted to play football. I played it a little bit. When I was younger, I had a brain surgery, so my mom and my family were a little hesitant with it. But I tried it out for a little bit, but I think, you know what I'm saying, basketball is my calling, and that's what I love, and my passion for the game. I think it's best that I just stay there.
So being that basketball is the sport that you chose to kind of ride out, Destin, do you have the aspirations to play on the highest level?
Yes, sir. That's the league, overseas, anywhere where I can honestly get paid, take care of my mom and my family, honestly.
Okay. Has that been a lifelong dream?
Oh, yes, sir, for sure.
A lot of athletes, man, they spend so much time on the court and practicing and getting ready. Do you have other things that you do in your spare time?
Honestly, I just started trading Forex, just doing a little bit of extra stuff. Because, like, you never know really when the ball is going to stop bouncing. And you don't know if you're going to make it or not. So you just do other things. But one thing I'll say, like, if you genuinely are focused on one sport, make sure you're giving 100% in that. But, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that all I do is play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a kid at the end of the day. So I want to branch out and do other stuff too.
That's cool. What are some of your greatest accomplishments as a basketball player thus far?
For one, playing college basketball. A lot of people don't do that. I think it's like 10%. So that's honestly a blessing right there to even be in this situation. I had a couple game winners. I remember one game I had 55. That was a good game. Honestly, it's a lot, but I'll say those 2 ones are top for sure.
All right. So you've had the opportunity to also play on the AAU circuit. How many years did you play AAU ball?
Well, I would say I was like 7, but I was playing up. So I was like one of the youngest, and I was still like doing pretty good. So I would say from like 7 to 17, 18, I would say. Yeah, 7 from 17. So about 10 years. I played on like some pretty good circuits. So like where the top, you know what I'm saying, ranked guys are, and I feel like I proved my stripes pretty good. So yeah.
All right. So on AAU circuit, I know you're able to travel a little bit. You also, again, it's a high level of basketball for young people. So you get to play with some top players. Who are some players that you've either played against, played with, or even some players, NBA players that you may have met being on that circuit?
Well, for one, a guy that I'm really cool with, Patrick Williams, he went number 4 last year. Like, me and him are still close. Jaden Springer, played against him. Josh Christopher, played against him. Honestly, anybody in 2020 and 2019 that's like ranked, I probably played against them before, honestly.
Okay. All right. That's cool. How exciting is it to be able to travel and go to different places being on that AAU circuit?
I would say like in this situation, you're not really looking at, you know what I'm saying, excitement. Like with me, it's all business. Like it's a business trip. Like you got to go out there and like perform. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's fun, but you got to take care of business. So you don't really look at it that way. But yeah, it's fun. I think anyone that's like trying to play basketball should most definitely get into it.
Okay. All right. Outside of sports, what are some of your other career goals?
I want to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Just even if this don't go, you know what I'm saying, this plan, I want to be able to own a couple businesses. I don't want to work for anyone. You know what I'm saying? I want to work for myself. So that's why I said I've been getting into trading. So like right now, just in case this doesn't work, I'll have money, you know what I'm saying, to do other things. So my dad does real estate. So I would love to get in the real estate field. And I feel like, you know, the more money you have, the more stuff you could do. So
Gotcha. So you're already planning out to make sure you can be an entrepreneur, sure. Make sure you're your own boss. That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's good. For the young person listening, as you go through the process of choosing a college, what are some things a young student should be looking for? I mean, you can touch on your process.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
What are some things they should be looking for?
For one, however you play, like I feel like a lot of kids nowadays and even my age don't look at this. How you play, that's the type of offensive system you need to go into. So if you like to come off the screen, don't go to a school where it's ISO basketball, because why are you going ISO basketball when your game is coming off the screens? So like just because a school is a big name, yeah, it sounds good, but it ain't gonna look good when you're not playing because you're not used to that play style. So whatever team fits your play style is where you need to be. Like, trust me, I know plenty of people that's gone to a bigger school and their play style doesn't fit that person, so they got to go somewhere else. So don't really look at the names of the school, the division, wherever fits you best and wherever fits your play style, that's where you need to play at.
What are you currently majoring in?
Business management.
I noticed with a lot of athletes, whether young, even on a pro level, sometimes their careers are derailed by the facing of adversity. And it can be something personal in life. It can be a situation where they may have suffered an injury, or even as a student, problems in class or in school. Are there any adversities throughout your career, whether you were younger or even, you know, more recent, that you've had to face where you really had to really lock down and find a way to focus on school and the sport throughout that adversity?
Honestly speaking, right now I'm going through a really severe knee injury right now. But like, I feel like when you're going through adversity, I feel like you should have like a why. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody do it for a different reason, but if your why is strong enough and you truly believe that you can make it and that's your why, then I don't really believe in pressure or adversity. Like that's not in my vocabulary, personally.
Cool. That's good. Well, as you all know, every show, we always take a quick commercial break. And so we're going to go to that break and we'll be back with more questions for Mr. Destin Clark. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, Zakai? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job. It's lemonade, man. Chaotic Records, man. Come get it, man. Shout out to Ish for the good lemonade.
So welcome back to the second half of our show, where our guest is Mr. Destin Clark, a basketball player at Wingate University. Destin, once again, thank you for being with us today and answering our questions thus far. You ready to get into the second half of the questions?
Yes, sir.
What are some of the obstacles you face being a student athlete?
That's actually a great question. For one, everyone's looking at you. If you're pretty good and you're like known in the school, anytime something goes wrong or say you're out with your friends, one person do wrong, the only person they gonna remember is Destin. So like, one thing I would say, like, you got to carry yourself as a different manner. Like, I'm not saying like you're not equal to everyone, but like you're held to a higher standard than the average person. So I'll say that really.
Okay. So going through your in your second year in college at Wingate, And so did you have any issues in high school where you found yourself in situations where you just happened to be in a wrong situation and because of your name and who you were, you had to deal with it?
Yeah,
you had to deal with that. So I want you to just kind of speak to that young athlete, whether middle school or high school, for those that really have the goal of going to the next level. What should they do to really be careful about who they hang with and what they're doing?
One thing I'm going to say is watch who you hang around with. So if somebody's out doing something they don't got no business doing and you trying to play somewhere, you know what I'm saying? If that's high school, varsity, anywhere, go somewhere where y'all are on the same level so y'all can push each other to make each other better. If he's on a whole nother, like y'all on one side of the bridge and he on the other side of the bridge, stay on this side if he's doing something different. So if you got somebody and your friends and y'all all doing the same thing and y'all all pushing each other, encouraging each other, all of that, then you're fine. But just try to stay away from the negative. Focus on the positive.
Good. That's good. So since we're talking about being a student athlete, Destin, if you don't mind me asking, currently, what are your grades in school?
Last semester I finished with Dean's List the whole year. Hopefully go for another Dean's List this year. So A's and B's last year. This year I'm gonna try to go for all A's, but we'll see.
That's awesome. So it's obvious that you've definitely taken on the mindset of being a student first and then an athlete. And so I'm gonna ask you, being blessed to go to a very good school, I'm gonna ask you, because some people need to know this, what motivates you to achieve your very best as a student?
Honestly, my mom. Like, she just motivates me in every way. So just seeing like how I grew up for a little bit, me and my mom and my sister, we went through some things, and seeing like how she gets up, you know what I'm saying? So even in basketball, she motivates me in school. So like either one, I'm gonna make it in. And I'm gonna make it in school, and hopefully I'm gonna make it in basketball. So that's what motivates me. Like when I don't want to get up and go to class, my mom, you know what I'm saying? So that's really my motivation for real.
What advice would you give to the middle school or high school age athlete that has dreams of playing on the next level?
Honestly, I feel like middle school is like really the biggest part. I say that's like the biggest stage of basketball, like growing into, because when you get to high school, it's so many people like throwing different ways at you. So if you genuinely want to do it, I would say stay in the gym. Like yeah, it might be parties. Yeah, you might want to go to the Friday night football game. The more you stay in the gym and the more consistent you'll be way more successful.
Okay. All right. And you said that was for the middle schooler. So the high schooler, would it be pretty much the same advice for your high schooler that's trying to make it to the college level?
Yeah, I would say once you're there, honestly, I would say be a dog. Like, it's a lot of people out here that say they're a dog, but like you got to truly want it. Like, don't be 99%, be 100%. You know what I'm saying? Every time you're doing a drill, don't cheat yourself. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you're cheating yourself right now, but you're cheating yourself in the long run because you're trying to play at the next level. So one thing I'll say is just be a dog, give it your all, always give it 110%, and you'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So you told us, as far as classes, you're handling business in class. So take a minute to speak to that young athlete that today, maybe in middle school or high school, and they may be struggling on the school end. Tell them how important it is to really focus on the education and the things, even outside of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with that. No school, no basketball. That's honestly the truth. So like, I'll say one of the biggest things, do not have pride. Like, if you need help, go get help. I'm gonna be honest. With Spanish, I got Spanish again this semester. Like, I'm not the best at Spanish, so go to class before, a little earlier. Stay after a little late. Email your teachers. So the more I look at it as in basketball, like if you're working in basketball and you constantly working out, same thing in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? If you're struggling with something, if you're struggling with your jump shot, you're going to stay after practice and work on that jump shot. If you're struggling with math, stay after class and work on your math.
That's good. That's good advice there. What is it that helps you to stay disciplined when it comes to the court as well as your education? What is it personally that helps you to stay disciplined?
I want it, honestly. I just want it. Like, I want it all. So anything that's, you know what I'm saying, it's been times where I've been off track, but like it's gonna hit, you know what I'm saying? Because I want it. So as bad as you want it, you won't even have to look that way of not being disciplined. So if you generally want it, you'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So going through the AAU circuit and doing well in high school, of course, there was a period in time, I know, where you have schools looking at you and focused on your game and your skill and bringing you to their school. Speak to the young athlete that deals with that. Everybody doesn't, like you say, have the opportunity to play on the college level. How do you stay humble and grounded to make sure it doesn't go to your head?
Honestly, I was one of those kids that was bragging, you know what I'm saying? Thinking I was the hot topic. And I guess God had a different way. So I broke my leg. And like that humbled me right there. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of schools text me going. I went on a couple visits. And when that happened, all of the schools left. So like I feel like that was God saying, like, remember where you come from, humble beginnings. So I would just say, honestly, just be humble, just be blessed. Listen to everybody. Yeah, you might have that dream school, but that dream school might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing I would say is like, take your time on your commitment. Listen to every coach. Give every coach the same opportunity. And honestly, like I said earlier, like it's 10%. So just be blessed you're even in that position to even do that. So that's all I have to say on that.
That's good. I asked a lot of questions because I know a lot of the viewing is going to be done or videos are going to be sent to some young athletes. And I want them to be able to hear young people like yourself who's been blessed to make it to the level, like you said, there's a small percentage that make it to the level that you're playing at right now. What do you say to that young person about balancing academics with the sports? You touched on it earlier. You said it straight up. No schooling, no basketball. So putting that picture in front of them that, hey, it easily can be taken away if you don't focus on the most important thing. What is a way that you find yourself doing great in school? How do you balance the two? Like your study time with your practice time? How do you balance those two?
You don't pick up a basketball until your schoolwork done. That's really the bottom line. So you want to play basketball, get that schoolwork done.
Gotcha.
So that's really all I would say on that.
All right. Well, we getting down to the last couple questions, Destin. And this one I love to ask because I believe so many, again, young people are pulled away from the game because of the choices they make about their surroundings. So I asked this, and I think we touched on it a little bit earlier, but how important is it to have positive people in your circle?
I'm really good and really big on vibes. So I only like good vibes. So if your energy, you know what I'm saying, I feel like if you're around someone that's positive energy, you're going to have, I feel like energy attracts. So if you're with someone with good energy, you know what I'm saying, y'all going to strive together. But if that person over here is telling you like, man, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And what does that do? That starts giving you doubt. And I don't believe in doubt. So I feel like if anyone's with good energy, make sure you're with good energy people. Don't believe in bad vibes. If someone's saying you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it, that's fine. Let them be haters. But at the end of the day, good vibes, stay around good vibe people, good energy, and you'll be all right.
That's good. That's good. And I'm actually going to sidebar real quick, Destin, because you touched on it earlier in the show. And so I believe I want you to speak on it just a little bit before we touch on this last question. You made reference to the fact that not knowing when the ball is going to stop bouncing. And the gist of the whole Out and Up program is really to get young athletes to achieve their best outside the game. I'm all in if someone can make it to the highest level. However, whether it's college or whether it's pros, we see too many athletes when they get hurt, injured, or even, just don't make it on the team. They might be in the league one year, and then the next year, team don't pick them up. Their identity was that sport, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or whatever. And because their identity was that sport, they don't know what to do with their life afterwards. So speak to that young person about developing their life even beyond the game, because you said it earlier. You never know when the ball is going to stop bouncing.
For one, I would say this really what opened my eyes. I would say get a job. Get a job and see like how other people live. And then it'll really click. Because, like, I'm not going to lie, I was that young kid shooting for the stars, and I still am. But like I said, you never know when the basketball dropping. And right now I'm going through, like I said, a severe knee injury. So, like, hopefully it's not the end. You know what I'm saying? I pray to God it's not. But I'll say, like, find something else that you like doing. In the same way you have to strive for basketball, have to strive for that. So, like, it don't even have to be school. If you want to, I'm saying, do construction, and you want to be a construction man, have the same energy, like learn the same stuff. At the end of the day, everything's the same. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So just find something else that you like, just like you like whatever sport you're playing, and you'll be all right. And just give it that same 110%, like I said. Stay around good vibe people, and you'll be fine.
That's good. That's good, Destin. Thank you for that. And last, who is it that inspires you in life?
My mom, for sure. My mom, honestly, I would say I come from like a big family. So, but I'll say honestly, my mom, just seeing like, you know what I'm saying, how I lived a good life, but I'm saying like staying with my mom, my mom was a single parent at once. And like just seeing how she is and how she is now, I'll say my mom for sure.
That's good. Well, Destin, I know your answers will definitely be a big help to some middle schoolers, even some elementary age students, and even some high schoolers coming up behind you. We thank you for taking a moment out of your schedule. I'm sure there's some meetings or some workouts or something. I know you can't do too much on the knee, but
yes,
we thank you for taking time to answer these questions. We wish you the best on the rest of this season. Definitely gonna pray for speedy recovery, man, so you can get back out there on the court. But thank you for joining us.